going back to China. Let's talk about China again. Talk about all the bad things about China. The bad things that China did, even quite recently, like during the Great Leap Forward, they tried to increase, well, they tried to industrialize. They tried to increase steel production. They tried to increase agriculture production. But they lied. They were not honest. And people would exaggerate what they could do. Especially when Chairman Mao came to inspect the works, people would pretend to be growing more rice than they actually were, for example. So like you have like several rice fields, and they would like take rice from the other fields, and they'll pack them all into one field to make it look like the rice fields were producing a lot of rice, right? And so people were trying to impress the chairman. The chairman came to visit them, and they put on a good show for the chairman. But what happened was, the party officials just took that at face value, and they made food production estimates based on those lies. So they predicted that they would get a lot more food than they actually got. And so what happened was they underestimated how many rice fields they need to cultivate. And they ended up producing not enough rice, and that's what led to the big famines in the Cultural Revolution. Not the Great Leap Forward. So the lies, they made decisions based on lies, which made them make terrible mistakes, which then led to famines where a lot of people died. So these are some of the bad things that the Communist Party did in the past. Believing lies instead of searching for the actual truth. And the Communist Party, they don't say this out loud because it's embarrassing, I guess. They don't tell you. But I'm sure that they, like amongst themselves, they know this. And they try very hard to avoid making the same mistake again. However, didn't they lie because if they showed the truth, they would have been shot for not following the official truth? There is some degree of that in that as well. Like there's some amount of that going on as well. Like if everybody was saying, "Oh, we're so successful," and then you say, "Actually, we're not," then there would be, at the very least, social consequences for not being part of the group. But that's not a purely Chinese thing. That's like a lot of societies end up doing stuff like that. Right? They enforce a certain way of doing things. I need to get on. Alright, more snow. Almost done here. But yeah, like I'm sure, I'm not sure, I believe, I think, based on what I see, I think the Chinese Party, the Chinese Communist Party, they do remember their mistakes during the Great Leap Forward. And so these days, if an official falsifies statistics, they're punished very harshly. Like there's no mercy for people who falsify statistics these days. I would say it's for sure, but that's why Western societies move away from kings and dictators and more to checks and balances, so you can get away from what one person believes. But it's not just what one person believes though, however, there's also groupthink. Like, you can have a lot of people believing the wrong thing. And, like, China was never just one person making a mistake, right? It was never just Chairman Mao making a mistake. A lot of people went along with it. It couldn't have happened without a lot of people going along with it. And again, that's also something that the Chinese Communist Party don't talk about very much. Howard says that's what I meant too. More than one party having opposition. And relying on scientists, experts. It's I'm not sure that's enough to guarantee that people don't do that sort of thing anymore, however. Because I think it still happens. Like, even in multi-party parliamentary systems, they're not immune to these things still. Anyway, we're getting into very complicated discussions about the mechanisms of governments and whether they are reliable. But yeah, if you thought that, you know, what China did wrong was because of Chairman Mao, that's not. It wasn't because of Chairman Mao, it was because of everybody. Everybody participated. I would say, yeah, not a guarantee for sure, but I think it's obviously better than in the one example of a benevolent dictator. Though God help you when his heir takes over. Yeah, you're totally right. You are totally right. But China isn't one benevolent dictator. Not even close. Yeah, but again, okay, back to criticisms. They do make it seem that way. That's dangerous too, I believe. I mean, one of the things I disagree with is how much they emphasize the role that Xi Jinping plays in keeping things running. And I honestly don't know why they place so much emphasis on one person. But I think it might be a vulnerability that will be a problem later. Because nobody lives forever, as you say. When somebody else takes over, what happens? Okay, so the piers are all filled in. And I haven't thought about what to do next. How much time do I have left? Maybe 10 minutes. I think I want a circular plate up here. And the circle has to include this. 1, 2, 3. Do I have a ladder here? Maybe I do. The circular plate intersects. Okay, so what are we talking about? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 39 diameter? Maybe? Okay, let me see if I can get this done. 39 diameter. Get the circle in here before I finish today. 39. 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19. Did I say here? That seems crazy. Hold on. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. Alright, and then 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. Wait. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And then 3 in there. 2, 3 in there. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, that lines up. Good. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 3, 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That lines up. 2, 3, 4. 1. I don't. Wait. Alright, get that back. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 3, 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That lines up there. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2. Crap. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4. Well, the parts where they... Okay, the part where it intersects the piers aren't actually gonna be like that anyway. So not that one. Although maybe I should put it in place anyway. Change my mind. Let me put that in place anyway. More black stone. Not black stone, deep slate. Um, right, that's the full circle. And then... And then... I want a border where it touches the piers. That's strange. Why are there zombies? Is there not enough light on the circle? Why are there zombies? Huh. There should be enough light from those. Maybe not. Oh, let me stick some torches on there. Okay. That one. And then we go through here. Same thing here. Crap. Alright, don't worry about that. Z-Sang says, hello, my name is Huge Reaction. What's up, Z-Sang? You have caught me near the end of my stream, though. Unfortunately. Oh, what happens here? Because the staircase is there. Okay. So this goes that way. Zizang says my dad is Mike Coxlaw. What's going on, Zizang? Are you bored? So this has to open up. Down here. You banned him, Hava. I was gonna humor him for a little bit. I guess the border should go around, or should it? Maybe it shouldn't. Okay, so I'm gonna have to figure this out during the week, I guess. Hey, thanks for the chat, Hava. It was good. Good talking to you. And I will, let me get down. I'll have to think about what to do on the factory floor here during the week. Let me just step back and look at the piers as they are now. Hava says, okay, see you, good chat. Yeah. Ah, finally, the piers are filled. I always just hope things get better with plumbing, etc. Yeah, I hope so. I mean, it should be just money now. We'll hire a guy to fix it up. And yeah, that should be fine. Hopefully. Okay, so that's what the town looks like so far. And there's the circle of the factory floor blob. Alright. I will end the stream here for today, and I'll see you next week. Hopefully with some ideas about what to do next. Bye.